Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GameStar TV1 and the HEYPALL series, the winter series, of course, leading up to, well, it's almost wrapped up, really, the HEYPALL. We're into stage 2, it's Swiss 1, so we've got technically 2 weeks to go, but we might actually end up truncating it because in August, of course, the big news is the PGS is coming, and we'll hopefully be able to have some discussions about that later on in the week or early next week. But we're into our next match. It's going to be Qwer Sports going up against Vxtrum, and here to take you through once again are Leboy and Benno. Take it away, Leboy.
Cheers, Crisis. Hope you guys are still doing well. This match is going to be a good one. We have Qwer Esports odds. I think just Qwer Sports. You think esports would be a lot more fitting, but we have Qwer on the blue side, and we have obviously the beloved team Vxtrum on the red side. We have, some familiar faces that we've seen around. Obviously, a lot of these players have played in different teams so far. Bans Torvald and Androxus. Torvald is one that we saw a lot in Valencia, and I mean, seeing him banned on a map, Fish Market, where he can obviously ult people off the map, would be a bit embarrassing. So banning him is, we've seen he can work, so obviously a bit of a sensible ban, as well as Androxus. Cassie being the first pick for Qwer, Makoa, Fernando to fire back. And we have young cash register. I think that would be Cambo hovering over Maldamba. And then we have Ruckus. What are your thoughts on these so far, Benno?
Honestly, seeing Vxtrum going with the double tank so far, honestly, not surprising at all. Seeing though that they have also picked up the Ceres and the Drogos, DLS has picked that one up. And if we look over to the other side, it is going to be up to Qwer Sports to fire back here with these last two picks. Wouldn't be too surprised maybe if they had something like a Nanara was maybe what I was going to think, but also maybe a Charlene if it is available, or a Victor, just something that has that range. I mean, Cassie does have that range, but it is just kind of one shot at a time, whereas Victor and Charlene can do a lot more range and a lot more damage over time. And it is going to be up to Taplin for the last pick for Vxtrum. What do you expect it could be, LeBoy?
It could be a champ that can go and flank around. I mean, Victor and Cassie can do a lot of backline damage. I'd probably presume Cassie's going to be more kind of get in your face, do more of a Myth strategy. Myth does have a good flank Cassie, so maybe that's what they're trying to adapt. But if someone to take out the Victor might be a good idea. And I was also going to say Kinessa. I mean, VP, Kinessa, Fish Market, we know that amazing things could happen. I'm hoping VP stone on Kinessa. He is. Let's go. This is going to be a good one. Come on. We need to see some more VP kills. Put it this way. If VP gets a triple kill, we'll hear the VP song. Sorry, if any of the members of Vxtrum are watching this, we're going to get that VP song in if he gets a triple kill. I'm going to be watching for it. You guys got to be watching for it as well. It's going to be great. We've got a chant for VP, but hopefully this match is a good one. I'm hoping that it is. And we'll bring it to you guys very shortly. Don't go away. We will be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, through the stream. Qwer versus Vxtrum on this fish market map. It's going to be a close one indeed. Benno and I are looking forward to casting it for you guys. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to enjoying it. Having a quick little look at the rundowns of what could possibly go on. I mean, obviously, as I said before, a flank to try and counter the Victor could be something that, Vxtrum might have adapted. I mean, they don't really have anyone to go be a direct counter. Obviously, if Kinessa can get those snipe shots off on him, then that's going to be a good counter to him. But other than that, Lizlak could go for a flank Nando. Makoa is, he's a decent solo tank, so if Lizlak did want to go for that, flank option, then he could definitely try and do that. Seeing as, I mean, in our Ruckus, they could probably shut him down. Benno, do you think that could be the case, or do you think that, Victor's going to sit back and do a whole lot of damage this game?
Honestly, what I'm thinking the first fight could shape up to be is, honestly, I'm seeing that QWER Sports are probably going to fight from point, and honestly, with Vxtrum's comp, I would not be surprised at all if they do go in aggressive after DLS lands a hook.
The battle has begun.
Just guessing games at the moment, as we are going to be getting into game right now. Kinessa is going to be going over to this right side onto Catball, trying to get a little quick pick. Unfortunately, he's not able to do that. And the fight is going to be erupting on this left side, so we will go wrong. First pick is coming out from Tribe onto Lizlak, and Taplin finds back immediately onto Marcus, and finally, QWER are going to be on point.
Very nice hook from DLS, so no one able to capitalize on it. Unfortunately, he does get taken out. ZB gets a double! Double, not quite a triple. We were holding on for it. Young Catregister, aka Cambo, does fire back with double of his own. Very nice for them. So far, it has seemed fairly even. Not a whole lot of fighting on point. Mostly just trying to get those initial flanks and the initial picks from the side of the map. Marcus dives straight onto VP though. Oh, nice pick though from DLS to try and save the VP Meister. We want to hear this song, and DLS does too. He's trying to keep VP alive as best as he can. So far though, Qwer on the point, ticking down 63%. It is on Young Cash Register, aka Little Broomstick. If you know the reference, then you'll know what I'm talking about when I say that. But he does get hooked up, gets a nice kill, scraping away with an inch of health. Marcus and Tribe also answering back. And so far, Qwer are going to be the ones to hopefully take this point. And, straight away, it's looked like an even fight so far. Qwer just coming out on top, just a slight bit. Overall, I'm enjoying the match so far.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting match so far. As you said, VP seemed to go around the back of QWER towards the end of that team fight. Unfortunately, Marcus was able to take him down on that castle. It was a nice aim from him. VP is going to be pushing into the back line now, trying to do as much damage as he can onto Young Catcher. He is able to trick him and do a bunch of damage. VP has popped the ult and is unfortunately only going to get one. Tribe is going to pop the barrage and nearly gets bopped off point. Unfortunately, he doesn't. Actually, he does. Taplin knocks him off. It's a triple kill for Taplin, and that is going to be what you want from Vxtrum.
Very, very nice here. I mean, he is playing a Drogos right now, and the comp that Qwer are running, they have a lot of counters. I mean, Ruckus, Victor, and Cassie can all counter Drogos if they play right. Obviously, Victor's going to be the main counter, but again, Cassie and Ruckus can do a good job at just trying to pick him out of the sky. Very, very nice nade from Victor. Almost takes Taplin out. He's trying to sit around, trying to get himself back up. Almost got taken out, though. He's going to have to look out for Victor. That's his main threat, and if the Drogo goes uncontested, then you'll be able to feel it, because he'll just be raining down shots from above. There'll be nothing you can do. And Taplin, he can either play backfire like he is now, he can go for flanks. He's a versatile player, and you can see it. He's done well. He got the triple kill 2 seconds earlier, and now he's seeing the back line doing a lot of DPS, trying to keep them forced back. 51 seconds left on the clock, about 3/5 of the way. Tribe is doing really nice in the back as well. Again, one of those players that I said you need to try and get a flank onto him. A Victor sitting around in the back line is going to do a lot of damage, and he has been. Here's another one for him. He's not being addressed, and that is one of the things that Vxtrum are going to have to look out for him.
Much better.
This is really hurting Vxtrum at the moment. VP just cannot get the right angle at the moment, and these nades from Tribe are just hurting. Cannot even pop the ancient resolve from Makoa, even though he did have it, and that is going to be the convergence coming out from Ceres. Unfortunately, it is going to be a waste, as it is a successful push there for QWER.
Nicely played by them, but again, I mean, Vxtrum, they're not playing as well as we've seen them play in the past. I can't really put my finger on what the issue is so far. I mean, their team comp, it's not horrible. I think it's just mainly the Victor that just sits back uncontested is the one thing that's kind of stopping them from really having the leeway to try and push forward. Because when you have a champ as strong as Victor being able to sit back through all that DPS, you can't leave him alone. He needs to be taken care of, or he's going to do what he's doing now. Shrive, 8 kills, 2 deaths, 1 assist. I mean, he's got more kills than the rest of his team combined. He's got as many kills as Vxtrum combined. And he needs to be addressed a bit more. So Vxtrum heading into this next fight, they're going to have to take that into consideration. And I feel that if they can take out that Victor straight away, they're going to have a huge upper hand in this fight.
Fernando's ult is going to get popped as he was getting barraged down from above there from Shrive. Kaplan's able to get the first kill of the fight onto young Cash Registers Ruckus. Shrive is thirsty for blood though, is trying to find Taplin, and Fernando comes to his aid, and that is going to stop. Ancient Resolve is going to come out from the cold, but he is going to get bursted down, and he is able to finally get a nice little pick on the Slags, and here comes the retake here from QWER.
Very nice combination of ults there, and Nara did pop hers just before she went down. The young Cash Register Cambo came in with the Ruckus ult and made full use of it, got 2 kills and then just finished off with a quick little third one there to get this retake. Vxtrum had it at 78%, so by the looks of things, it could very, very well come back in the way of Qwer. At the moment, I mean, Ruckus trying to get some, DPS out, trying to dismount as many people as he can. Here comes Taplin with the ult. They're going to commit to try and get this back. They want to jump on this point. Nice one from Takato, buys him time, but not enough. Gets taken down eventually. There goes Taplin, though. Cash firing back. There goes the Maldan ult, trying to do what it can. Another kill for Cash. The Slags does go down eventually. No more healing. Shrive still in this backside. Not being addressed. He needs to be taken care of. BP has the ult pop. Did get another kill there. There's another one. Was a nice double, not a triple. It could have been if it was a second earlier. But unfortunately, Vxtrum actually no, Vxtrum, they didn't manage to get the point. I thought they had it. They got some really nice picks, but Qwer had that point. Very nice of them indeed. Unfortunately for Vxtrum, they couldn't get on that point in time. So by the looks of things now, I think both teams have kind of figured out their strategies, and the rest of this game should only get better.
I believe that Vxtrum did get the point, LeBoy. I'm not entirely sure what you're saying, but indeed we are going to be seeing Vxtrum begin the push. The nades are coming out though from Shrive's Victor, and they need to be careful here, or they could get engaged on incredibly heavily. Here we go. Shrive is going to be trying to do as much damage as he can. The nades are coming out again. He keeps on getting these nades resets, which is really helping him out. BP just cannot find the right angle at the moment. DLS is going to get the opening fight. The barrage is going to come out. This could be deadly here. And unfortunately, just trades are coming out so far. BP is going to keep on peeking, and the nades are going to keep on coming from Shrive.
Yeah, very well played for the defense there from Qwer, and I believe the reason I didn't think Vxtrum got it is I thought it was a 1-1. I thought they got the defense. I have no idea why, and I saw 2-1, and I thought that Qwer did get that point, but unfortunately I forgot. I have a fish brain, very, very, very short, but yeah, unfortunately for Vxtrum, their push, it was cut short. They do have time though, 57 seconds on the clock. They could very easily try and push this in. Very nice stuns coming out there from Maldamba. Slags doing quite well so far, doing healing as much as he can. Ruckus is in a bit of an awkward position. I mean, he's jumping up and down, trying to get some hit damage off. Takato's doing well to try and protect him. His walls have been on point this game. He has really landed some nice walls, and that is a thing that Nara has to do. A good Nara lands good walls. It's a very, very useful tool that she has in her arsenal. If she can land those walls, it can be game breaking. And at the moment, Takato has been landing them as best as he can, and it's showing. Because Qwer have just been so dominant both on defense and on offense. And I think as a whole, they're just playing extraordinarily well. Vxtrum, they do really need to find a counter for this Victor though. They only have 9 seconds left in this round. They need to think of a game plan really quickly.
BB needs to pop off at the moment. Schreiber's going to have to jump into the back line as Xylos and DLS are both able to get hits for themselves. And here comes the steamroll of Vxtrum. They're walking in right now. They're coming over that last little hump. Fernando is pushing up incredibly aggressively, going to be going on to Shrive, and Shrive is going to have to go back to spawn, and I'm not sure what they can do here. I'm not even sure if they can get on point. You're going to see a bunch of people dive on the point. Cash Register is going to dive on point, and that is going to be two consecutive two pushes. That is incredible.
Vxtrum did really well. It was overtime, and they still needed to push the point at least another third or so. So to have them do that without a single member kind of leaving the point, that's really well played for them. Having that momentum and being able to use it to their advantage, it's huge for them. Game has been paused by Marcus, though, who is one of the members of Qwer. So it might be the case of someone DCing. I'll have a look to see if that is the case. I don't believe it is. I think maybe it is just a strict tactical pause to try and, get their game plan right. Because, I mean, they were doing so well, and for them to just concede 2 points like that, something went wrong. They need to try and fix whatever went wrong, whether it is this, unfortunate internet or whether it is, maybe VP is the issue that they need to address, because he has been popping off. I mean, 13 kills. Taplin's got 8 as well, which has been nice, but definitely the backlines of both of these teams need to be addressed, because there are no flanks. There's no Andro, no Eevee, no Buck. It's just Shrive sitting back doing damage and VP sitting back doing damage. So both teams need to address these issues.
Indeed. Shrive and VP are doing a bunch of damage for both sides. As you said, there is no flank. So someone needs to take it upon themselves to dive into the backline. Maybe Cassie for QWER, and maybe Taplin for the side of Vxtrum, but somehow both of those people need to be addressed, as you said, LeBoy, as they have both done over 70,000 damage at this point, and they both need to be addressed, or this could be very close once again.
Even Lizlak, again, as I said, he could try and take it upon himself to enter this backline, maybe with Drogoz. Like, if Fernando distracts and Drogoz comes in from above and does damage, that could work for them. Fernando can be used as a flank. We saw 4April doing some flanking with it on Frozen Guard. And if Lizlak does want to opt for that strategy, he could very well do so. They need to try and put these things together. Again, as you said, Marcus on Cassie, he can flank as well. But whether it just be a makeshift flank, again, like Fernando with Drogo, they need to do something, because from what I've seen, the entire match, it has been these backlines that have been threatening for both teams. And it's definitely showing, because without a flank to take care of them, it's a little bit difficult, because they're always going to be sitting back uncontested. Although this next point fight, I want to take, just a quick foresight of seeing as there are 5 ults for the side of Qwer. Now, Benno, do you foresee some potential ult combinations? And do you see Vxtrum maybe being able to try and come out on top despite the ult advantage, or disadvantage rather?
Honestly, the ults that Vxtrum do have aren't going to be absolutely team fight changing ultimates. If they did have maybe the Kinessa and also the Drogoz ult, maybe this would be a different story. But honestly, Qwer have 5 ults available. They have the Hexafire, they have the Scout from Cassie, they have the Barrage from Victor, and they have the Dread Serpent from Mad Dumbo, and they also have a Nara's ult. Honestly, I can't see them messing this up with the way they have been playing recently, but I would be pleasantly surprised if Vxtrum are able to use the 2 ults that they do have, the Convergence and Ancient Resolve, to maybe be able to pull this off.
We did see last time out, as you did say, that they have used ults quite well. They used just the Inara and Ruckus ult in combination with each other, and I believe 3 kills came out of it. So if that's what 2 ults can do, imagine what 5 ults can do. If Qwer mess this up, then it's really going to cost them, because having 5 ults and then not managing to take full use out of them, that's a problem. Whether it be a team problem, a communication problem, one person not being in the right position at the right time, they have to use these ults. If they don't get this point, I'm going to be shocked, because they definitely have the potential to do so. Whether they pop all the ults is something we have yet to see. I mean, Inara and Ruckus or Inara and Victor, they can both do some very nice swaps. Obviously, the Inara stun and even the Maldamba stun is huge as well, although Maldamba does push people away, which, it might impact the barrage a slight bit depending on the splash damage that it does. Although, yeah, I'd say that Qwer can take this, and if they have the momentum to do so, they can convert the 3-4 lead into a possible 4-4 victory. However, it is one of those things where, you know, miracles can happen, and we're still waiting to see that VP triple kill. I don't think he's got it yet. If he did, I would have been screaming at this point. But hopefully we can get that VP triple kill and we can hear the song. However, I think the issue is from Marcus, and they have unpaused. And yes, here we go. We're back into the game at last. Hopefully we have no more issues like that for the rest of the match, and hopefully it is smooth sailing from here on in.
Indeed, as we have 25 seconds until the capture point is going to spawn. Maybe VP can get his ultimate up as quick as he can, and maybe he can change the fight. He does not have morale boost, so he will not be getting extra ultimate charge. So unless he can pull off a bunch of miracle shots, I do not see Vxtrum getting this point.
5.
Which will mean it will probably be going 3-2 lead for the side of Qwer Sports, who have been playing incredibly well. Honestly, on the back of Hardo's Victor, he is going to maybe open up the fight with that barrage. It looks like Vxtrum have gone catwalk on the other side. VP lands a nice shot, takes Shrive down to half health. And it looks like they've come around for the flank. No kills have come out yet. Slags is going incredibly low. Fernando, Kaplan and Listlike are both able to get kills, but Marcus and Shrive are both able to get one as well. And these have been even trades. It's a 2v2 on the point.
Ruckus and Inara versus Ceres and Makoa on the point right now, I do believe it is. So this could go either way. There we go, the ult actually coming out from Makoa and from Ruckus. I suppose one of them absorbs damage and one of them deals damage. The ADDLS comes out on top, the ultimate go ult barely while the team is to save the life. Xylo doing his best on Ceres to keep him alive. Tatlin comes in and swoops down with 2 kills, Slags out of the fight, as well as Kakacho. No more heals for the side of Qwer, which means that this is probably going to be Vxtrum's favor. And how they managed to mess that up, I'll have no idea. Victor and Maldama still held on to their ults, and I suppose if they want to try and get a retake, they very, very easily could, but they did mess up the Inara, Ruckus, and Cassie, which they shouldn't have, in my honest opinion. And it was very well played for Vxtrum to come back with the ult disadvantage.
Honestly, there was no combo of Inara and also either Ruckus or Victor ultimates, and that's just lack of wanting to do it, I guess, and it's really punished them. Like, young cash register is now under half health, and he is having to fall back as much as he can. Kanessa is going to chuck down her Q and try and get as much vision as she can. Young cash register is back up to full health. Makoa is going to hook him in though, and he is going to be the first to fall.
Goes down today's DLF, who is a Makoa main, and it shows. He is one of the most experienced Makoas in the scene, and it damn well shows. He lands hooks like it's nothing. He's been a personal teammate of mine back in the past, and he is a very, very solid Makoa. I say that as someone from an outsider perspective and from a personal friend of his. He really loves the champ. He knows him inside and out, and he definitely uses the best of his ability. Another solid hook coming for the flank. Shrive might go down right now. They did get low. Manages to sneak away though. This is looking very, very dangerous. A minute 20 on the clock, and that point is inches away from being capped by Vxtrum right now. Shrive trying to get some kills. DLS is low. Xylos has to heal both kills and that DLS up. That is going to be a nice defense though from Qwer, taking those 2 last members of Vxtrum out. They have just over a minute to try and hold this. Don't know, can they do it, or will Vxtrum find the way to push this in and take the victory?
Honestly, they do have the Kanessa, Ceres, Makoa, and Fernando ultimates. If they commit to this, they have a higher chance of getting this all the way to the end and getting a victory. As I say, that young cash register and VP both trade kills, so a tank is down for Vxtrum and a DPS dealer is down for Qwer. And the rain damage is coming out at the moment. Shrive is able to pick up VP, and with 30 seconds to go, honestly, I don't see them being able to push this.
It will be very close if they do want to try and commit to this. They have the ult advantage though, so I wouldn't want them to try and do it. They both have 4 ults at this point, both teams sitting on 4. Although if Drogos can get his for the next team fight, it will put Vxtrum in a 5-4 advantage. And we've seen them come back with 2 ults against 5. So you can imagine what would happen if they had all 5 ults on the board. Vxtrum looking very strong. They're going to commit! Ceres, Kanessa, they popped their ult! There's Liz like we're doing, VP with two. Liz like might have stolen the triple. There's Taplin to get the fifth. Vxtrum committed, and unfortunately none of the members of Qwer managed to commit ults back. They didn't defend well enough. They're going to try and get on. They're going to need to try and get some clutch ults right now. There's the Ruckus up. There's the Moldavo. Both teams trying to fight for this. This could be the decisive back right there. Young Cracker trying to sell out as best possible. Does go down to VP. Those flags did get two of his own. This is going to be a close one. Another double for VP. Can he get the triple? He couldn't. He has to reload. We want to see the VP song come out. Marcus though diving around, desperately trying to keep his team in it. DLS is alone on point, and they have just missed out. It was an inch away. They got so close, yet so far. 3-3 in this match. It is a very close one.
Honestly, you would think that that would hurt Vxtrum committing that much to that fight, but unfortunately, Qwer Sports only have the one ult, and no other ults are really close. The Barrage is the next closest, being on 58%.
Point spawning in
I'm not sure if he
15
does have
seconds.
morale boost. He does have morale boost too, so that will be coming up quite shortly. Meanwhile, on the side of Vxtrum, they do have the Ancient Resolve,
5,
and the
4,
Dragon Punch
3,
from Drogos
2,
is incredibly
1.
close, 94%. It is going to be up pretty much by the time the fight does start, and here we go. Vxtrum are going to be going on the right side. Meanwhile, Qwer Sports are just going to be dancing around the point until they get a nice engage.
This is do or die for both teams. The first pick could be crucial. It comes down from Daddy DLS. Comes with a bit of a flank co-op. Gets slow and then comes up with the ultimate. There's another one for him. It's just like took flags out straight away. No healer for the side of Qwer. There's Taplin taking one back as well. Lizlak again. VP is still dancing around. He's going to want to get some long-range dismounts. At the moment, Vxtrum are looking so strong right now. 75%. The only ult they have left is Inara's. If Qwer want to try and save themselves, they need to get on the point immediately. 99%. Vxtrum takes the victory against all odds. They were down and out. It looked like it. They had 2 ults to 5, and since that team fight there halfway through, they gained some massive momentum. In that pause, they must have had some really good communication. You know, they must have actually, had to talk to each other, going like, come on, guys. There is a Victor in the back line that isn't being addressed. We need to get rid of him ASAP. And by the looks of things, that's what they did. And props to them for winning that match. Benno, I'm going to toss it straight to you for members that you think are eligible for this MVP.
Honestly, members that are eligible for MVP, you've just got to look straight to Hato from the side of Qwer Sports and VP from the side of Vxtrum. And honestly, from my side, I would honestly have to give it to VP. Having that 120k more damage and also being on the winning team is quite a big advantage, and he gets my vote for MVP.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, VP. Congratulations for the MVP, and although you didn't get a triple, I think this might be deserving of the VP song. What do you guys think? You reckon you want to hear the song? EJ? EJ, do you want to give us the VP song? He's deaf and he can't hear it. I do want to hear it. Maybe you guys will hear it a bit later, because I don't want to have a stream without the VP song. It can definitely happen. Well, hopefully in the near future you guys can hear it. Oh, EJ? EJ, I know you're there. I know you want to sing the VP song.
Hello.
Yeah.
We want the song. We want
like
the song.
pie, you like pie. Everybody likes a little V pie. He likes pie. She likes pie. Everyone wants to lick V pie. GameStar does not endorse the licking of pie.
I'm happy. I can go to sleep happy tonight. Well, there you go, guys. That's round 3 for you. We'll bring you guys the 4th round very shortly. I can give you guys the Crisis really quick. He probably does want to give another little mention for the giveaway. Crisis, take it away.
Thank you, guys, and excellent song there. If you'd like to buy the VPie single, it's available to subs only, so hit that subscribe button for quality content from GameStar TV. Well, we're almost ready for round 4, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to have a very short 2-minute break while we set up for the next match, and during that next match, in fact, we'll be doing some more raffle giveaways as well. A couple of winners of the Ash Hellion skin already going out, so don't go away. We'll be right back.